Welcome to Expressions of Resilience, a space where resilience meets beauty, poetry meets truth, and everyday choices become pathways to wholeness. I'm your host, Liz Picardal, poet, storyteller, and founder of Peach Blueberry. This very first episode is about beginnings, the spark that sets everything into motion. Whether it's in love, in self-discovery, or in building something new, every journey starts with a spark. And today, I want to help you recognize, protect, and nurture yours. For me, my spark came in two ways. Through poetry, where I found a voice for emotions that felt too deep for everyday words, and through creating Peach Blueberry, a brand built not just on products, but on intentional living and beauty that radiates from within. Both began as small, fragile sparks. Nothing grand, just a quiet pull inside me, a whisper that said, "There's more for you here." And that's the thing about sparks. On their own, they don't seem powerful. They're delicate, easy to overlook, but they carry the potential to ignite something extraordinary. The tiniest spark can light a fire. The smallest idea can reshape a life. Maybe your spark feels insignificant right now. A thought you brush aside, a dream you've convinced yourself is too far away, a change you keep telling yourself you'll start tomorrow. But sparks don't need to roar. They just need to be honored. When we choose to recognize our spark, we're choosing to say, "This matters, I matter." When we nurture it daily, even in the simplest ways, we're saying, "My future deserves my attention." And when we protect it from doubt, we're declaring, "This spark belongs to me. I don't need permission for it to exist." So the lesson for today is this: every journey, every transformation, every breakthrough begins with that fragile flicker of light. And while others may not see it yet, your spark is valid, it is sacred, and it holds everything you are becoming. 3 ways to protect and grow your spark. 1. Name it. Ask yourself, what is the spark inside me right now? Maybe it's a dream you've been holding in your heart, a calling that keeps returning, or even a small shift you've been longing to make in your daily life. Naming your spark is powerful because it turns something invisible into something real. When you name it, you give it identity and presence. And once it has a name, it's harder to ignore. So whisper it, write it down, claim it. It's the first step in giving your spark room to breathe. 2. Nurture it daily. Sparks grow when we feed them with small, consistent attention. It doesn't have to be dramatic. Sometimes 10 minutes of journaling, sketching, practicing, or even sitting in silence with your dream is enough. It's not about speed, it's about presence. Think of it like watering a seed. You may not see growth overnight, but beneath the surface, something is forming. Roots are spreading. Over time, those tiny acts of nurture compound into transformation. 3. Protect it from doubt. Not everyone will understand your dream, and that's okay. Some people may dismiss it or even question why you believe in it so much. But here's the truth. Your spark doesn't need approval to exist. Doubt is like wind. It can either extinguish a flame or make it burn brighter depending on how you shield it. Protect your spark by surrounding yourself with voices of encouragement, by practicing self-belief even when it feels shaky, and by remembering that your journey is yours alone. What begins as a fragile flicker can one day become a steady light, but only if you guard it with care. I invite you to listen and repeat after me. My spark is sacred. I honor its quiet beginnings. I nurture it with patience, and I protect it with courage. Even if no one else sees it, I trust that it holds the light of who I am becoming. Visualize igniting your spark. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Imagine yourself standing in a quiet, dark room. In front of you is a single candle, unlit. In your hands you hold a match. This match is your spark, your dream, your longing, the quiet idea you've been carrying. Notice how fragile it feels, yet how much power it holds. Now, strike the match. Watch it flare into light. Slowly, you bring it to the candle, and as the flame catches, the room begins to glow. This is your spark. Small, but enough to begin. As you breathe, whisper silently to yourself, "My spark is mine to protect. I honor it, I nurture it, and I trust it will grow into the light I was meant to carry." This week, take one small but intentional step to honor your spark. Write it down on a card or sticky note, but go further, give it space. Maybe you light a candle beside it or place it where you'll see it every morning. Each time your eyes meet those words, whisper to yourself, "This is enough to begin." Sparks don't demand perfection or instant success. They ask for recognition, care, and consistency. One small action, repeated with love, will keep your spark alive. Thank you for joining me for episode 1 of Expressions of Resilience. If this reflection encouraged you, share it with someone who might need the reminder that their spark is enough to begin. Every great journey starts small, with a single fragile spark that deserves to be honored. You can find me on Instagram at Expressions of Resilience for poetry and podcast reflections, at Liz Picardal for my creative journey, and at Peach Blueberry Official for beauty and intentional living. Until next time, may you protect your spark, nurture it daily, and let it grow into the light you are meant to carry. With love, Liz Picardal.